Okay. So, what is an inequality? That's where we're going to kind of start what's happening.
The pace. Something that's not equal?
Something that isn't equal, true. So, equalities or equations have this symbol, right? So this is for an equation.
What is an equality? Math class gets political.
And an inequality is kind of the same thing, except it has different symbols. It has this symbol, or hello, this symbol, or this symbol, or this symbol.
Oh, wait.
What does this symbol mean?
Greater than. No, less than.
No, this symbol does not mean less than. This symbol means greater than.
Crocodile.
Are there more right-handed or left-handed people in the world?
Right.
Right-handed. So the greater than symbol points to the right. I don't know because of probabilities in math. I don't have any idea.
Because the government prefers ideologies.
You can ask God or Mother Nature or whatever the heck you believe in, and maybe they'll tell you.
What do you believe in?
Not my problem right now, is it? Right now, I believe in math. Okay, that's what we're worried about at the moment. So what symbol is the? I didn't say anything about church. I just said right now. That's all we're worried about.
Math church, where you put your faith.
What does this symbol mean? Less than. Whoa, process of elimination. Y'all are so brilliant.
How do you know the other two are? I don't know what the other two are.
Yeah, what could those other two be? What would this one be? What does the top of this one look like? Greater than. What does the bottom one of this look like? An equal sign. So this is greater than. Or equal to.
Oh, I like this last year. Now I remember. How can something be greater than or equal?
All of these, and we'll talk about this more in a minute, but all of these have a truth value. The statement that's written around these can either be a true statement or a false statement, which is actually true of equals as well, right? If I put 5 equals 7, then the value of that would be false, right? But if I did 3 equals 3, then that would be true. Make sense? Yes? Okay, we'll get to what the difference of some of those is in a minute.
I don't understand, like, the greater than or equal to. Why is it not just one?
What?
But no, like one of them, like either greater than or equal to.
Because it's or. Because those are two different symbols, buddy. This is a greater than, and this is an equal to. This is a greater than or equal to.
So is it greater than or is it equal to?
It's both. Or either.
So it means that whatever number is like.
We'll get some examples in a minute. This would be less than or equal to. Or equal to. All right. So we're gonna look at some examples real quickly. These ones are not in the book. These are actually kind of from the pre-algebra book. We were talking about this on their test. That they did not do as well on that as y'all did on this test. That's okay. We'll fix it.
This is algebra 1 or pre-algebra?
This is algebra 1.
I know. That's the whole point. France gave me false information. Sue him.
No, I don't want to suit him. He's not old enough.
I sued a 9-year-old boy and won.
Impossible. Okay, so example 1. For these examples, we're going to write the truth value Okay, so number 1. 5 is less than 7. Is that true or false?
True.
That is true. Good job. Number 2. Negative 8 is greater than or equal to 5. Is that true or false?
No.
It is false.
No.
What about this one? 99 is less than 99. Is that true or false?
False.
It is false because 99 is not less than 99. What about this one? Negative 3 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Is that true or false?
That's true.
That's true.
How's it greater than?
It's not.
It's
or equal to. Look, I answered your question from earlier. Look how smart that is. They're trying to fight.
Fighting with their pipes.
Okay. Now, we're going to do some more differenter examples. I feel like Hannah was about to ask a question. Am I right?
Yes, I was going to say so. Whenever you put the greater than or equal to, so you put that in place of like equals because it's an inequality, not an equation.
Right.
That makes more sense because if it wasn't an inequality, you could just put equals.
That's true. If it was an equality, you could put equals.
So these are inequalities?
These are, yeah, that's like the whole title of the unit and the lesson. Okay. The instructions on these are solve and graph. On these graphs, sir asks a lot, you actually don't have to have. Quit correcting your test and do the notes.
I got it.
The next words are, yes, sir, okay, I got this. All right. Now, I'm not hearing it.
Oh, my bad. Yes, sir. Okay, I got this.
Es perfecto. Okay, so our first example is going to be x minus 12 is greater than or equal to 8. So the way we solve these is exactly like if this right here was an equals, with one exception that we'll talk about next lesson. Okay? So, if that was an equals, what would we do to get x by itself? We would add 12 to both sides, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Plus 12, plus 12. That one cancels. Are you okay? Nothing I have said is funny, because plus 12 is not funny.
I put 21 in my thing, so now I got my eraser red.
So, its x is greater than or equal to 20. So there's half our answer. There's the solve part. Now we're going to graph our answer. We're going to put it on a number line. Okay. So we're going to draw our number line. This is as much of a number line as I want for this class. I want 0 marked. So I'm going to put 0. It doesn't have to be in the middle. You can move it over if you wish. And then I want tick marks counting up to our number. They don't have to count by ones. In fact, on this problem, I would not count by ones because that's a lot of tick marks. So I would count by, let's say, 5s. How about? So 5, 10, 15, 20. If you count by not ones, you have to label them, at least some of them. 5, 10, and you're always going to label wherever you graph.
And do these lines need to be the straight edge?
Yes, absolutely. We don't like lines like that. That's dumb looking. Okay. We don't even like lines like that. That's still dumb looking, even though it's mucho bettero. Okay. The next thing we need to do is we need to decide whether we're going to do a filled in circle or whether we're going to do an open circle. And what we do to figure that out is we look right here. If it's or equal to, then what you're going to do is at where our number is, you're going to put a circle and you're going to put a filled in circle.
Why?
Because it's including 20. Because it can be equal to. Now, it says x is greater than 20. So are we going to shade to the right or are we going to shade to the left?
To the right.
To the right. What this graph is it's a visual representation of the set of all possible answers. Because if we put 300 in here, which would be way out here, right? Then it works and it's true.
So is this going to be an easy lesson if that's all you have to do?
This first lesson, yeah, it is pretty easy. Yes, it is.
So all you have to do is get x is greater or equal or whatever. Like,
Yep.
And then just put.
And then just do it.
So, but if it doesn't have the line underneath it, it's like open.
That's right. Let's do an example. Another example. So number 2.
I don't understand the whole circle.
Let's do another example, see if it clears it up for you. Let's do 22 is greater than m minus 8.
M by itself.
Okay, so we want to get m by itself.
Add 8 to both sides?
Add 8 to both sides. Now, for an equation, it doesn't really matter to get the variable on the left, not really. But in inequality, it does. Kind of. So we end up with 30 is greater than m. Okay? In order to graph this and make it easy to graph and for whatever else, we need to take and we need to flip it all around to where the m is on the left. So it's m, yes, is less than 30. Okay? So we're going to grab our straight edge and we're going to draw us a number line.
So we can just flip it like that? We don't have to do work?
You can just flip it like that. Just don't forget to flip the inequality around too. Okay? So I'm going to mark 0 on there. And I'm going to count by 5s again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Could we count by 10s?
You could count by 10s if you wanted to. You can count by more or less whatever you want as long as you label it. Now, we're going to put an open circle instead of a closed circle. Because if we put 30 in here, it's false. Excuse me. Right? So we can't include 30. So our graph is not including 30. This time, which direction are we going to shade? To the right or to the left?
Left.
We're shade to the left because m is less than 30.
It's an open circle because it's not equal to.
That's right.
I don't remember.
That's fine because we're learning it now. Make sense?
Yes.
Good. What time is it? 11:15? Okay.
No. Not the sticky notes. It's the sticky note of doom, bro. I mean, this homework isn't gonna be that hard, to be honest.
No, it really won't.
But he's gonna give us a lot of it, I promise you. No, I'm not. I'm just saying he is.
This is what you did last.
No, watch. He's gonna give us he's gonna be like pages 141 through 142, and we're all gonna be like, that's not that bad. And we're gonna be like 12 through 108.
There isn't that many problems.
Oh, you did this while I wasn't here that one week.
It's numbers. 12 through. It's gonna be in the 40s.
Shut up.
Oh, it's not. We're saved! Oh my gosh. Why didn't you just put 12 through 32?
Because it was a joke, man.
I'm gonna finish correcting my test now.
Okay, goodbye.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Ariel.